I am sure that you've been seeing headlines about New York City's new Pied-à-Terre tax, and you might be confused or worried about your second home and if it might be affected. Let's take a breath. There's a lot of misleading information out there, and I want to clear it up. Stacey Froelich and my team and I have been fielding a lot of questions about this new law. So today I'm breaking down exactly what it is, who it actually affects, and why the number you keep seeing in the headlines of $1 million is probably not what you think it actually means. Here's the most important thing to understand. The $1 million threshold that is being discussed for condos and co-ops is not based on your apartment's actual market value or what you paid for it. It is based on the New York City Department of Finance's, which is the DOF, assessed market value, which is typically dramatically lower than the real world prices. In many cases, a Department of Finance value of around $1 million actually corresponds to a real market value closer to $5 million or more. So if your Manhattan Pied-à-Terre is worth under approximately $5 million on the open market, there's a good chance this tax won't affect you at all. So what exactly is this tax? It's an annual surcharge on certain high-value New York City residential properties, condos, co-ops, and 1 to 3 family homes that are not used as a primary residence. Primary residences are exempt. That includes owner-occupied homes, homes used by qualifying family members, and tenant-occupied apartments under a lease for at least 1 year. The tax is currently set to begin July 1st, 2026 and expire in June 2031 unless lawmakers choose to extend it or get rid of it. The law rolls out in 2 phases, and this is where it gets important and confusing. Phase 1 runs from July 2026 through June 2028, and during this period, condos and co-ops are evaluated using the existing Department of Finance market values that I just discussed, not the actual sales values. The threshold is a DOF value above 1 million and rates range from 4 to 6.5%. Phase 2 begins in July of 2028. At that point, the city shifts to a comparable sales valuation system that would be much closer to the actual market value of the property. Here's the thing. We don't have that system in place yet. They're thinking that they can do that within the next 2 years. The threshold at that point rises to the $5 million and the rates drop significantly down to between 0.8 and 1.3%. So if you own a condo and want to know where you stand, here's what you do. You pull up your New York City property tax bill, or you can go to the New York City Department of Finance property portal, search your address, select your unit, click on market values and assessments, and look for the 2026-2027 final estimated market value. This is the number that matters for phase 1. For co-ops, it's more complicated because individual apartments aren't separately assessed. Instead, the law uses an imputed value calculation based on your building's overall DOF value and your share allocation. In many cases, that number will be well below your property's actual market value. Okay, it's a lot of information, but here is my honest take. This is a poorly designed tax that was rushed through without a clear system for implementation. A lot of the details are still being worked out by the Department of Finance. But the bottom line is, the city itself estimates that only around 10,000 properties citywide will be impacted. So while the headlines sound very alarming, the reality is that the majority of second home owners in Manhattan will likely not have to pay this tax. That said, every situation is different. If you want help understanding your property's Department of Finance value, or you're not sure how this law actually applies to you, please reach out to us directly. We're happy to walk you through it. And if you found this helpful, please follow us for more market updates and real talk about New York City real estate.